Everyone, it's Emily. Today's video is going to be a reading vlog. I haven't done one in like months actually. The last one was in January. I promise I'm going to be trying to do them more often, but things have just been really crazy. I thought I would start this morning as I'm getting ready. Technically, I have started reading in bed because I could not resist. I woke up, it was like 8:30. It was like, ooh, it's already kind of late if I want to do a 24-hour readathon, considering that knowing myself, I will end this at midnight. So maybe I should just call it a like one-day readathon. So I need to get on with reading if I want to try and read as much as possible of the book that we chose, The Puppy War, which I read the first chapter so far and it's good. I am like, my hopes are really high. Like it reminds me almost a little bit like the level of like Mistborn by Brandon Sanderson. So I went there, so I'm very hopeful I'm going to be liking it. The app so far, I'm reading it on my phone, and my phone is telling me that it should take me now like 10 and a half hours that I have left. No, 10 hours and 9 minutes left, and I've read 5% of the book. So technically, I should be able to read the whole book today, but really I don't think I'm going to be able to, but I just want to read as much as possible today. I'm very excited to be finally reading another fantasy book, especially something that has been really hyped, because honestly I feel like I've been reading like pretty much sci-fi, like 60% of my reading lately. Instead of it being fantasy, has been sci-fi, and it's because I kept reading fantasy books that were just okay and that ended up being a little disappointing. They were like overhyped, or I just didn't connect to the story and the characters as much as I wish I had. So I'm very excited to be back into something that my hopes are pretty high, and I'm very hopeful because everyone seems to be loving this book. It's a debut author, so I'm really happy to be able to support it and read it with you. I'll be trying to update you on Goodreads. Obviously at this point it's a little too late, but in the future if you want to see more of what I'm doing, especially when I do readathon, I will try to make it a thing to always update you on Goodreads, so you can follow me there. It's always nice to see updates and like quick little reviews before I do my wrap-ups at the end of the month. We're gonna skip the eyeliner because I'm feeling a little bit lazy, so I'm just trying to find my second, oh, here we go. I love mixing mascaras. Actually, if you don't know, I have a beauty channel, Beauty with Emily Fox. If you want to see more of this, applying makeup and talking about it, definitely follow me there. Yeah, my skin has been going crazy lately. Like I'm not sure this did something you're going to be able to tell, but once I vlog, you will be. I have the biggest pimple growing in between my brows. I'm trying to see it as a positive, like my body's basically trying to tell me I'm a magical creature. I'm a unicorn, basically. But it hurts. I haven't had one of those in a while, and damn it, I had forgotten how much they're annoying. How annoying they are. It's early. I'm drinking the coffee. Everything should be back to normal soon-ish. Here we go. We are now good to go for the camera. By the way, if you see my shirt, I love these little details, like little hearts that are cut out. Makes my day. Okay, so I'm gonna drink the coffee. I'm gonna start reading once again. It's currently 9:35, so I wasted like at least half an hour of my reading time. And oops, no, it's not on Libby. I'm reading it on Kindle app. So as you can absolutely not see, I am at chapter 2, and yeah, they're telling me 10 hours and 9 minutes left in the book. I'm 5% into it. I'm gonna try to vlog-ish, but I swear my place is a mess right now. I'm like in the middle of doing a like spring cleaning. If you want to see more of that, I'll definitely share that on my main channel, but yeah, things are not looking cute right now. I have like all the books that I just unhaul in like a big box, and I'm like unsure if I want to keep them so I can do that video at the end of the year where I show all the books that I read. But that means I would have to hoard that box for the rest of the year, which is just silly. But you know, I like showing visuals like that. But I might need to just hide it somewhere. But right now it's like a huge box. I didn't realize how many books I got rid of. Let me show you. This is the box. As you can see, it's really full. I'm not sure how you can see how big that box is, but it's really big. So I'm going to try to clean out a little bit so I can show myself reading on this chair, because right now my room is a mess. Like I need to like reorganize my bookshelves because I keep putting like just books piles of books on the shelves instead of actually organizing. But if you were curious to see what my shelves looks like, they're a mess right now. Like, I keep doing this, but like there's kind of a logic there for me. Like, those are the ones I finished this month so far. The ones I was hoping to read, although I've not been reading a lot of physical copies this month. It's definitely been a lot of audiobooks and ebooks. And then there's a mix of maybe next month, and those were like originally my like top 18 of 2018 books that I wanted to read. And yeah, there's just a big old mess everywhere right now. So yeah, that will definitely be a thing if you want me to film myself trying to reorganize this mess. But it's like an organized mess. Like, those are all my like horror thriller mysteries. And then I have my rainbow shells. I have two. The first one is books that I have read, and then the other one is books that I want to read. So that's usually what you see in my background, and then a little bit of the mess on the sides. And those were like, right here are the books that, the big books I wanted to read this year, which I'm doing pretty good with, except, oh, I should actually update you on that. So I know a lot of people were asking me what was going on with Pandora Star, which was the big book I wanted to read in May, which I just mentioned how I haven't been reading a lot of like physical book, and it's been my issue. It's not that I don't like it. I'm like early into the book and I was liking it. It's just that I've been reading a lot on my phone or just listening to audiobooks. I just haven't had the time to like sit down. Hence this readathon reading vlog today. So I'm hoping to force myself to get back into the whole mood of reading physical books. But yes, I'm doing still pretty good with my big books goal of the year. I will do a mid-year update like now. Actually, I should be doing that this week. So yeah, so we're now finally ready to start reading again. So let's do this because time is flying by and I need to read as much as possible before midnight. I didn't choose the right chapter to start reading and eating. You're talking about disgusting food and cereals are not going down well. Okay, it's just gross now. Human hairs in food and oil that's been scooped off the streets, really? So gross. Time for an update. I'm at actually 25%, I'm at chapter 7 and it's currently at 12 o'clock. So I've been reading for around 2 hours, although to be completely honest, I do tend to get distracted way too easily. So that's not good to read on my phone, clearly. I will definitely not do that too often in reading vlogs. I feel like it's less fun to show you like progress like this. Do you care? Probably not. Anyway, so far it's really good. I cannot put this book down. Usually like I'll read an hour or two max and then I need to like stop and do something else, or even then like sometimes it's like 15-30 minutes and I just need to do something else. So definitely a book that will just keep you really excited. Clearly that coffee was not strong enough. But really, I'm definitely enjoying myself. You can't put this book down. You're following main character, for anyone that doesn't know. She's a orphan from war, and she's poor. She lives with people that adopted her. They didn't really have a choice, and they were using her to sell drugs and shit. And she decides to study like crazy because otherwise in 2 years she will be forced to marry someone that she doesn't want to. So she's studying like crazy to get accepted into the school where she can become a general and just be part of a future war. And now she's in the school and obviously things happening. I like it. I feel like it's kind of a between YA and adult, so I feel like a lot of people on YouTube would love this. Like, I would not be surprised if this has become, I would not be surprised if this became like one of the next big hit on BookTube. So if you are someone that loves fantasy, I cannot recommend this book enough. and I'm only 25% into it. So yeah, definitely recommend this book so far. I'm really enjoying it, and I can't wait to see where it's gonna go. I don't remember if it was a standalone. I hope not. Like at this point, 25% into it, and I hope it's not a standalone, or at least that the author will come out with more books, because I really like his writing. It's nothing like super fancy, but it really flows nicely. The dialogues are not cringy, and any of the things that can have like, and any of the things that I will sometimes like have an issue with for YA books are not in here, at least not so far. And it's just very easy to read, which is kind of why I'm like, it's in between YA adult. So yes, so far so good. I'm gonna go and make myself some tea, and then I will have to keep going. Clearly, I haven't read on my Kindle a lot, so when they tell me like how many hours I have left, it's not exact. So currently they're telling me I have 7 hours left on the book, so I think this might be a little bit more close to what it was telling me earlier, like 10 hours. So yeah, so far so good. I'm not sure I'm going to be able to finish it today, but we'll definitely try, and most likely I will finish it before the end of the week. Although, to be completely honest, let me talk about some of the books that I was currently reading before I was reading this one, because why not? It gives me a little bit of a break because I need to like rest my eyes a bit. But I'm currently reading 2 different books on Libby, which is, if you don't know, your library probably has access to this. It's kind of like Overdrive, but I feel like it's more user-friendly. So I'm currently reading The City of Brass, and I'm at, let me double check. They're telling me I'm at 27% in that one, which is pretty good. Like I was saying, I was kind of in a slump. Like in the beginning of the month, I got really sick. At first, I was able to read, and after that, I just couldn't read at all. So I didn't read that much. Kind of stopped doing that. And as an audiobook, I am currently listening to Aragon. And I'm at, oops, how much percentage wise? Okay, so I'm 2 hours and a half into it. There's like 14 hours left. I'm gonna be honest, I know the reviews are all over the place and not necessarily positive. Sorry about the lighting, by the way. I know it was written by the author when he was 15 or something, and I know it's like YA fantasy. I believe that I've never read it as a kid. I've never watched a movie. I knew nothing about it except that there was dragon, it was fantasy, and heavily inspired by Lord of the Ring. So that's all I knew, and yeah, so far I'm really not impressed, to be honest. So I will most likely finish it in the hope it becomes better. But listening to it as an audiobook, sometimes I feel like audiobook can be forgiving, sometimes they're really not forgiving, and I feel like it's kind of the case with this one. Like I was listening to it, I listen to audiobook quite often in the shower. Like otherwise it's a waste of time. Like who wants to read their shampoo bottle when you can be listening to your audiobook? Like it accumulates really fast. A lot of people were asking for tips and tricks to read more. Get a shower speaker. I'll link the one I have down below. It's like 20 bucks or something on Amazon. And I use it, and it's like 20 minutes pretty much every day of audiobook. And I was listening to that one, and at one point, I swear, if it was like on a page in a book, it would have been the name of the character Aragon like 50 times. Like it was ridiculous. So yeah, I'm kind of not loving it. So enough with the chit chat. I'm gonna go make some tea, and then I'm gonna start reading again because it's now 12:15, so we can do this. I can probably read more than half of this book today, so let's try. I could probably read like 75% or like 90%, but I do have a few things to do later today, but I'm gonna try to read as much as possible now. So it's now 3:30. I've probably wasted the last like 30-45 minutes on the internet because I get distracted. I don't know about you, but like the more I try to focus on what I'm doing, the least focused I am. But yes, I'm currently at chapter 10. I'm at 42% into the book, and I went on Goodreads to see if the book was a series or not, because I want to know, like, is it gonna end and be like satisfying or not? I'm definitely getting ready for an ending that will not be the end. And I obviously was wasting time, and I realized that the author was talking about this book on her website, and she was saying how it was inspired by the rape of, I keep saying Nanking, it's Nanking, I don't know why I keep mixing it, just making sure. The rape of Nanking. I don't know why I always want to say Nanking. So I'm assuming things are gonna get pretty intense pretty quickly. So obviously there's going to be trigger warning for pretty much anything. Already there's like trigger warning for self-harm, so definitely keep that in mind. But yes, so far this is so good, like so good. The only thing is I feel like I've been sitting for so long, I've been trying to like walk around as I'm reading, and I'm starting to feel less like reading. Even though it's really good, it's just one of those days. My starting goal was to read 50%. I hadn't mentioned it because I didn't want to put that pressure on myself, but I'm at 42%. So 50 is definitely not too far away, so I probably should try to aim for like 75%. Technically, if I were to like force myself, there is like 5 hours and 30 minutes left, so I could technically finish it all today if I were to like read non-stop. I could read it at like 8, 9. So we're gonna aim for 75. So I'll update you a little bit later, because now I'm gonna try to force myself to start again, because damn it, internet, like my laptop is like calling my name all the time. So let's do this. It is officially 7:30. I wanted to update you on my reading. I have officially hit my first goal, which was 50%. I'm at 56% and I'm at chapter 14, so yay! To be honest, I'm getting a little tired of sitting down. I went to eat. It was delicious. I completely forgot to vlog it, and right now I just want to take a shower and stuff. So I'm gonna see if I'm gonna do more reading tonight. I want to, but at the same time I'm really enjoying the book, and I don't want to feel forced to read it and then start resenting it, you know what I mean? Like, I still read over 300 pages today, I believe, because the book has 544 pages. And 56% is, let me cheat a little bit and calculate it. At 56, right? Yeah, 300 pages. I don't suck too much at math. So yeah, I think that's a lot of pages to read in one day, especially from the same book. Usually I don't read that many pages of the same book in one day. So yes, like I said, I'm gonna jump in shower. I might take, well, I will take a break, and I might read some more a little bit later. My brain needs a break. So I'll update you a bit later.